Where there is righteousness in the heart, there's beauty in the character.
Hello everyone, welcome back to today's session. Today I'm going to continue to the remaining part of 2D. It is for the second PUC students. In the last class 2D, we had completed up to the 9th page. So in a previous class, what we had discussed, we have to know that now, right? And remaining part we will be continue in today's session. In previous class, when Prince announced to the someone commission or ministries, they summoned and decided to give punishment to the criminal. So they announced that to cut his head off. That is a judgment of a prince, and afterwards they wrote letters to the France government and got a reply. They will provide a guillotine machine in a 16,000 francs. So that is a largest amount to the pay for Monaco kingdom. Then he decided to write his his brother monarch of the another one, Italy. They wrote Italy, and that Italy king replied to that they can be provide guillotine machine with expert, including the traveling charges in a 12,000 francs, within a 12,000 francs. That's also a large amount to the Monaco king. Then king of Monaco decided to find some cheaper way to punish criminal. Then here the ministers summoned and decided to find some cheaper punishment to the criminal. That's the part will be a continuous to the now, right? So here that king said to the ministers, you must find some cheaper way of dealing with this rascal. So prince again called to the ministers. They summoned and to find some cheaper way to punish the rascal. Rascal means here, who is the rascal? Criminal, right? We have to find some cheaper way to punish criminal. The present plan is too expensive. That's which is the present plan means. In the last class I have said to that they kept in a prison, that they decided to give life in punishment behalf the death sentence. Behalf of death sentence they had given the life in punishment to the whom? Criminal. That life in punishment per year expenditure, or maybe that expenditure of criminals in a per year, it comes to the 600 francs. 600 francs, that's the expenditure in a 1 year, that the fellow looks like healthy. He can live up to the 50 years. So 600 francs into 50, that's if he lives up to the 50 years, then it comes to the 30,000 francs. In the last class I have explained about this. 30,000 francs, right? So that is also too expensive to compare with the France government, which provided that they are ready to provide a guillotine machine within a 16,000, and Italy they are ready to provide in within a 12,000. Now that's the plan, which is a life in punishment. It came nearly 30,000 expenditure, 30,000 francs to the that fellow's expenditure up to his life imprisonment. So now it's too expensive plan, right? Which is a too expensive plan here? Life imprisonment. It's a too expensive plan for the whom? To the Monaco's king. And the ministers met and reconsidered till one of them said, one of them means one minister who said, everybody is considered, they gathered and started to the some plan. So one of them said, gentlemen, in my opinion, we must dismiss the guard. So in previous class up to the here we studied. So one of the minister's opinion, he said that, what he said, gentlemen, in my opinion, we must dismiss the guard. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಗಾರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕಿಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಮಿಸ್ ದ ಗಾರ್ಡ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ಓಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು ಅದೇ ತಾನೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಬಟ್ ದೆನ್ rejoin another minister means, so that's the second fellow who rejoined to continue his words. But then rejoined another ministers. ಮತ್ತೊಬ್ಬ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, the fellow will run away. The fellow will run away. ನಾವು ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಓಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ಓಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. So the first fellow who said, first minister who said here, what he said, we must to dismiss the ಗಾರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, well said. Well, that's who said, the first minister said, the first speaker means the first minister who said that, well, you said, well, good idea, what I am going to, that's the pointing that you are on the same track, let him run away. ಓಡಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಿಡು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. let him run away and be hanged to him. So we have to let him to run away. If we run away, then we can be hanged to him, right? So they reported the result of their deliberations to the king late. That's the ministers, they reported to the dismiss the guard. That's the reported, they deliberate to whom? To the king late, means king. And he agreed with them. Who agreed? King agreed with them. King agreed. He refers to the here king. King agreed with them. What the minister decided, the king also agreed with them. The guard was dismissed and they waited to see what would happen. Now that they decided to dismiss the guard, and now they dismissed the guard. They removed the guard, right? It is for the your verb section. We concentrate on that was, were and verb 3 forms. So was dismissed for the verb section questions. For grammar part, you have to concentrate on these type of the sentences, right? The guard was dismissed and they waited to see what would happen. They're just waiting to that what would happen if he run away or not. They have to know that. Who? Minister. All that was happened was that at a dinner time the criminal came out. Now at the time of dinner time the criminal came out. From where? From the lockup, means prison. ಜೈಲಿಂದ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಲಾಕಪ್ ಇಂದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಯಾರು? ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್. At the time of dinner time, criminal came out and not finding his God. He's not finding his God because there is God. They have dismissed the God. There is no God. Then how could he find that the God? There is no God. He is not able to find his God. He went to the prince's kitchen. Where he went? To the prince's kitchen to fetch his own dinner. So where he went? He went to the prince's kitchen to fetch his own dinner. he took what was given him at that on a previous day, means up to the 1 year, what was that food is given to him, that food only he took. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಊಟವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಆ ಊಟವನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೋತಾನೆ. ಸೊ he took what was given to him and returned to the prison. Where he returned? To his prison. Prison means lockup. Again he came back to his lockup, shut the door on himself. He shut the door. So he came back to the lockup and closed the door himself. He shut the door himself and stayed inside. So where he stayed? He stayed again in a lockup. This is what created again issues to the whom? To the ministers. He is not able to run away. He is not ready to run away. Let's see, have some ideas about that, what the ministers are planning. So he is not able or not ready to run away from that the lockup. Next day, the same thing happened. Means the next day, the same thing accurate means here the happen. The same thing happened. What he's doing that in the first day, the same thing accurate in the next day. He went for his food at a proper time. Proper time means for the lunch, morning breakfast, and at night dinner time. He went for his food at the proper time. But as for running away, he is not shows to his sin. So as for the running away, he did not show the least sin of it. So he is not able to run, and he decided mentally he should not run. Okay, at least sin. Sin means ಪಾಪ. ಸೊ ತನ್ನ ಪಾಪದ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ತಾನು ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. What was to be done? So that's the question for the whom? Minister. He is not ready to run away. Then what was to be done? They consider the matter again. Who consider here? Ministers considers to that matter again. They summoned again. We shall have to tell him straight out. We shall have to tell him straight out to run away. That's one of the minister has said. They said to we have to tell him, means we shall have to tell him straight out to run away. ನೀನು ಓಡಿ ಹೋಗುವಂತ ನಾವೇ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಏನೋ ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರು? ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್. That we do not want to keep him, we are not ready to keep him, that's we have to tell him straight out. So you have to focus on that, these kind of the sentences for a grammar part. So the ministers of justice had him brought before him. Then that's the minister they brought before him, means in front of them they brought to the criminal, and now they are just don't want to keep him. They're just pointing to that the way of what they are going to doing. Why do you not run away? Why do you not run away? That's said the minister. One of the ministers said, why do you not run away? That's the minister said to the whom? To the criminal. There is no God to keep you. You can go where you like, and the prince will not mind. So our minister is going to be pointing that the way to escaping from where? From the lockup. Right? Here the minister is pointing that, why do you not run away? The first question from the minister, and he said, there is no God to keep you. ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಡ್ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದಮೇಲೆ ನೀನು ಯಾಕೆ ಓಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ವೇರ್ ಯು ಲೈಕ್, and the prince will not mind. So you can go very black, and even the prince will not mind that the minister said. So the fellow, means rascal, criminal, he is just replying that now, I dare say the prince would not mind, replied the man. Here the criminal is going to replying that, I dare say the prince would not mind, but I have no way to go. So I don't want to go. I don't want to go anywhere. That's he said, but I have no way to go. Then why should I run away from here? Why should I run away from here? I don't want to go anyway. That's the answer from the criminal, right? What can I do? That's the criminal again started. What can I do? You have ruined my character by your sentence, and people will turn their backs on me. So focus on these kind of the sentences, expressions, right? You have ruined my character by your sentences. So you have that's mentioned in my fate that I am a criminal. So people will not keep silent for that the sentence. So they will pointing me every day that I am a criminal. Then how could I? Then why should I run away from here? So I will be staying in that lockup only. He is not ready to run away. Besides, I have got out of the way of working. You have treated me badly. So how you people are going to treat me badly? That's he is going to be pointing that. The criminal is going to be pointing that here. It is not a fair to treat badly. That's if people are going to treat me as a badly. That's not a fair. So you should treat me that I'm a criminal. So what are those the facilities you should provide to criminal? You must provide. You dismiss the guard. That is not a good. And I have fetch my dinner myself. That's not a good. So this is what not a fail which you treated me as a badly, right? So it is not a fail that the criminal said to the minister. In the first place, what are those the mistakes from the ministers? He is going to be pointing here. In the first place, when once you sentence me to death, right? If people are sentenced me that to death, you ought to have executed me. You have to execute. That's the first sentence. You have given that death sentence, but you did not do it. So what is the first sentence from your side which you had given to that? That's not done. Then on that time I'm not going to complain on you. So that is one thing. I did not complain about that. That's the first thing which you change the sentence, which you change the decisions of yours, right? Then you sentenced me to impunishment for life and put a guard to bring me my food. So then that you change that impunishment or life impunishment from the death sentence. On that times I did not complain. About the same things. What are you going to did, right? And you put a guard to bring me my food, right? If people are decided to bring my food from the palace kitchen, that's why you put a guard. But after a time you took him away. Again I had to fetch my own food. That times again I did not complain about that, right? So first you decided to give a death sentence and you replaced that life in punishment. I did not complain to you. Then second time you just kept a guard to the fetch my food from the palace kitchen and you dismissed him. So on the time I have myself should cook and fetch my food. So on the time I did not complain about that also. And now again I did not complain, but now you actually want me to go away. But you actually want me to go away. I can't agree to that. ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಬೇಕಂತನೇ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಓಡಿ ಹೋಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ನೀವು ಬಯಸಿದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಗ್ರಿ ವಿತ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. I can't run away. That is intentionally you people want to I should run away from here. That's your intention. So I am not agree with that. You may do as you like, but I won't go away. So here the criminal is not ready to run away. So as you like, you can do as you wish, but I don't want to go run away from here. That's my opinion. Here he is not ready to leave or ready to go away. Today we will end here, and remaining part will be continuing in the next class. Thank you for today's session. Please follow my channel and subscribe it. For the second PUC and the grammar parts I'll upload in this channel. So everything will be available about English, even though literature. I'm going to uploading the classes about literature also. So thank you for the today's session. Jai Hind.